Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, September 26th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is my revolution is my expansive inner harmony. And today we've got a lot going on for Monday. Not too many astrological aspects happening, but some shifts are happening. So we have Jupiter moving direct. Jupiter has been retrograde in Pluto since April. So basically for the last 5 months, we've been moving through this retrograde motion. Capricorn is the sign of structure and rules. And to me, it really represents like what's going on in society, but how we show up in society. And then Pluto is like, well, everything's got to change. Pluto is transformation energy. I think ultimately Pluto wants to empower us. So when Pluto goes retrograde, it's shifting up the structures. It's transforming the structures. But retrograde is really an internal game. So it's been this internal structure shifting. So just look, where have you been since April? I know my life has shifted a lot since then. So look, where have you been asked to change? Where have you been asked to dig into your foundational beliefs? Where have you had to change how you've been showing up, whether for yourself or in the world? And you can see what the Pluto work has been, and now where to move forward with what you have learned through that time. Because that's just that switch from retrograde to direct. It's like, okay, I've learned these lessons. I've been integrating these lessons internally. Now, as we move forward, don't leave them behind. Work with them, take action with them, move with them. Pluto is really slow moving, so it may be something really subtle. However, I see Pluto do gigantic change, gigantic work, and ultimately gigantic empowerment when it's allowed to. So pay attention. Where have you been asked to empower yourself over these last 5 months? Besides that, we are also in the last day of Mars in Sagittarius. And basically, since January, Mars has either been in Sagittarius or Scorpio. So we've had a lot of those vibrations this year. Mars, final degree of Sagittarius, the 29th degree. So, part of this energy as Mars is moving, or Jupiter, what planet are we talking about? Pluto. As Pluto is moving direct, don't get swept under with any of that shift. Keep your aim steady. Imagine yourself, a warrior. Keeping your aim steady. What is it that you want? What is it that you've been aiming for? Because as Mars moves into Capricorn, that fantasy, those possibilities with the Sagittarius energy becomes manifest in the physical with Capricorn. We're given the steps to take. We're given the lessons we need to learn to make these things physical, manifest in our everyday life. So we have those two things going on. We also have the sun connecting to Jupiter today. And I love this. This is happening really early in the morning. But sun and Jupiter, they're both in Libra. And so we've been talking about the harmony aspect, the self-love aspect. So with the sun and Jupiter connecting at 3 degrees, which is that degree of expansion, today is the day to really own your expansive harmony. Now what's interesting about this is that the sun is then going to shift to that 4-degree energy, and Venus today is also going to be at 4-degree energy in Scorpio. That 4-degree energy is that revolution evolution. That's that Uranus energy, which shakes us up. So we start by expanding that harmony and recognizing that anything that comes out of Uranus field, not left field, it's Uranus field, anything that triggers us is showing us where we can find greater harmony within ourselves. What is also interesting about this is we have the moon in Leo, and the moon in Leo today is connecting to Jupiter, not Jupiter. Can I get the planets right today? It is connecting to Saturn at 11 degrees in Sagittarius. So Saturn to me is always the element of responsibility. Saturn in Sagittarius is helping us shift our beliefs, open to deeper truths than what we've held on to based on what we've been taught. And 11 degrees, there's this healing element. And so this may involve getting up close and personal with your inner child about responsibility and how it is to you. I remember one of my teachers once was like, responsibility, what does it mean to you? And I was like, responsibility, it's gross. And then as I learned it, being responsible for yourself, what is your response to what is showing up? Then I was like, responsibility, yes, I want to respond in kind to me. I want to respond in kind to my inner child. I want to respond in a way that is harmonizing for the world and for myself. So we have this opportunity to get into that energy today. But again, with all this Uranus energy, we may be, troving the depths with Venus in Scorpio. There may be some triggers coming up around there. And there also could be some of those, self-love, outside relationship triggers coming with that Uranus energy with the sun at 4 degrees today. All of it is meant to help you reharmonize with yourself. So take it, bless it, thank you. Come back in. How do I work with this? What is my responsibility to and with this? And you will shift. So that being said, I think this is the way to work with these energies. The celebration, dancing in the rain, and the courage. Having the courage to be real with these things. It's not what's going on out there. It is what is triggering me in here. Get beyond the illusion that has anything to do with that outside energy. And instead, celebrate it, bless it, and have the courage to face it with your love, with yourself, with your inner child, with your heart. And you move into this energy, the flowering, which is so Capricorn to me, which we have, this Capricorn energy coming in. You will bloom if you allow yourself. And part of allowing yourself is that responsibility energy. How are you responding? Another big part of this, I love this, is I have Archangel Jophiel, and the card is forgiveness. And Jophiel is asking you to release negative feelings of the past. Let go of the substance of the pain that stops you from living a life of unlimited joy and love. Celebration. Forgiveness doesn't mean you accept inappropriate behavior. It means you no longer are prepared to carry the pain of reaction, which is, I think, the opposite of responsibility, within you. When we hold unforgiveness in our hearts, we are stabbed by bitterness. Let Jophiel take this burden from you by chanting Ha, H-A, Ha, 3 times. Your heart chakra will feel changed and enlivened. And the other thing I have, I'm just going to show you the cards. I have answered prayer and listening from the Universal Love deck. Oop, not upside down. They're both direct. Answered prayer, listening. So I think this may be part of that Mars 29 degree. Your prayers are being answered. Do not worry. But it requires the quiet. It requires the steady quietness that you need to remain keeping your arrow on what it is that you want to bring in, rather than all the, it's not coming, does this mean it's not coming, brain stuff that comes in around that. So stay steady, listen, your prayers are being answered. So that is it for today. Have a beautiful Monday. Happy Pluto direct. Happy last day of Mars and Sagittarius, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.